Can you tell art from forgeries? We're going to teach you how to play Belratti, and we'll see if you can do just that.
Hi, I'm Nikki and this is Libby, and we're going to show you how to play Belratti. It's a really simple party game, 3 to 7 players, and it's around about age 8 plus, and takes about 20 minutes.
So to start with, you're going to lay out the tiles on the table, and you're going to distribute the painter cards, which are these owly type cards, and the art director cards, depending on the number of players. So this is sort of an example for a 4 player, so we've got 2 of each, and of course there's also the Belratti card on the table. It's not a player space, this one, it's just lets us know how many points Belratti is getting, which is like a game timer.
We've got 2 painters. We're going to distribute some paintings, so we're going to have 9 each. Depending how many players you've got, you can have different numbers of cards that you get to play with in your hand.
Yeah. There's a nice handy table in the rule book, so you can have a quick glance at the number of players you're playing and how many cards different people need. So that's nice and easy, but this is the example for 4 players.
Absolutely. So the museum directors, they want you to paint a couple of pictures that's going to be in their brand new wing of their museum. So they're going to throw open 2 random pictures here. Now, at this point, it's probably worth mentioning about the bonus cards here, if you want to use those, the jokers they're called. So the art director at this point can have a look at these and go, do you know what, these are too similar, or they don't like them, or change things over. So they can swap these for 2 different pictures if they wanted to, in which case they would turn that over.
And then you know that that one is used.
Absolutely.
At this point, they can't yet use their other power, so we'll come to that one in a second. But us as painters, so at this point, these 2 players aren't getting cards, they're not choosing cards, they'll be doing something later. We will be looking at our cards thinking, right, how well can we marry these up with what's here? What can we do that is similar? Have we got anything else that's sort of a geometrical shape that's maybe time or sailing or something like that, anything that's sort of gamey? There's loads of different ways in which you can interpret these cards, including it just, you know, I've got something else that's black, might work with this one. So we'll be having a look at our cards and seeing, you know, does this work? Can I put anything down that makes sense with those cards? If we don't think so, we have the option in the game to change some of our cards with this one. If we're really confident that we can do well, or really a little bit worried that we're not going to, then we can do a plus or minus 1 from the number of cards we've been asked to provide. And then the other option that we can do in a moment, Belratti is going to add in some forgeries to those that we select for this. We can change the number of forgeries. Of course, these are all one-off in the game actions. You don't get to keep doing all these special bonuses. They're just when you get in a bit of a pickle, or you think that you can do particularly well, that you'll be able to use these tokens. And as we mentioned earlier, there is one other skill that the art directors have, in which they can ask one of the painters, is this your painting? So it gives them a little boost of information.
So the art directors are going to give us a number between 3 and 7, depending on how comfortable they thought we might do with this. So should we say 4?
4, okay. And that's 4 cards covering both available pictures. So I have got one, I think, good one here that I'd like to play.
I'm going to pop that one on there. I'll put another one on here, but it's not brilliant. we can't actually say what it is or whatever, but we can kind of give a little hint as to whether or not we're particularly.
I think it's obvious how long it takes you to place the cards. Tell us how good or bad they are.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've placed 4 cards.
Yeah.
Who knows how good they
I'm
are?
pop in 4 Belratti forgeries. We're not going to look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to give them all a little bit of a shuffle.
Now, whilst Nikki's shuffling the Belratti cards, there's always 4 forgeries that are added in. So no matter if the art directors have asked for 3 cards, for 7 cards, you're always adding in 4 of the forgeries, of course, unless someone uses a special power.
Okay, so let's see what we've got. Okay.
These are interesting.
This is going to be quite hard. Obviously, normally the person that didn't have a stake in picking them would be choosing which ones they thought it was. So we're
art directors, this isn't our part of the turn. This is all as painters, sorry.
Yeah.
So this isn't our part of the turn. So this is all down to the art directors. Now would be choosing which ones are genuine artwork that we have selected and which ones are the forgeries.
Let's have a bash, shall we?
Yeah. So
Okay.
obviously we won't pick each other's ones because we're just doing this as an example. I think that you might have gone for this one because of the brass element for here. So I'm going to choose that one.
I'm thinking ditto with this one. I'm thinking there's a bit of brass in that one.
This is black.
Yeah. I guess this is kind of round.
Oh dear.
Oh no, this is really hard.
Right, so we have chosen our four
actually, let's go. This has got 4 bits and that's got 4 bits.
I mean, it's still not right, but sure.
Don't do that. Okay, all right. So we was a bit stuck, but okay. So we've done the art director's job for them.
Yes.
Let's see how well Bellatti's done and how badly we've done.
And I think this is the fun section of the game because you're now trying to justify why you've picked a card for what. And this is where, you know, the table laughter and the fun comes in hugely. I did pick the statue because there was nothing else to choose. But I also picked this one because it was like a measurement situation and a sort of a gauge. So that is not going to.
We just don't get a point for that one,
do we? We're not going to get a score for that, no.
Okay. So on this one, I did pick this one because it was brassy.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a point for that one because it's also on the right piece.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And then I picked the black to go with the black.
Oh, you did?
So
excellent.
we get a point for that as well, which is good.
Great. Well, we do actually get a point for that one too, don't we? But Belratti has a point for the clover because neither of us put that in. Now, the timer in this game is the Belratti, the number of forgeries that make their way in each round. So once Belratti gets to 6 forgeries in the pile there, that's when we're going to tot up how well we've done and gauge what's happening in the game. Have we won? Have we lost? Now, of course, we've got to the end of a round here, so now we'll be changing our roles. So we pass our role to the left, so Nikki will be painting again, but this next round I will now be one of the art directors, so I'll be doing the choosing of how many paintings we're pulling out into the pile, and then of course trying to work out which one of those is a forgery.
Absolutely. So
wish me luck.
You've only got points for the ones you've got right, and you've only got points for the ones you've got right on the correct painting. Mm-hmm. So even if you picked the right thing and it was on a different one, you wouldn't get the points for that. And then at the end of the game, once Belratti's got 6, you will count up how many of these you've got. And there's a handy table actually in the manual which gives you kind of a scoring, kind of random up like 30 downwards as to how diabolically you have chosen your paintings. Oh, how well.
Yes.
But that's basically it. Oh, there's also a variant.
There is a variant in the box, some lovely little paintbrushes, so if you want to enjoy the game even further, then you can delve into the sort of almost mini expansion of using those paintbrushes as well. That just adds some more actions and things that you can do. And of course there are loads and loads of cards here, more than I can even pick up in my hand, all with very different artwork on them, of lots of different things. So there's a lot of variability and replayability in this game because you're going to have different cards coming up and pairing with each other all the time you play.
Absolutely. It's really interesting to see how people's minds work as well.
Yes. Yeah. And some people might lean towards sort of matching colours and shapes a lot more, whereas another person might lean towards the sort of function of the item image and then marry up to something that sort of groups in their head with that, you know, is it an outdoor item, is it to do with gardening, is it to do with the kitchen, that kind of thing. But that's how to play Belratti. Do let us know in the comments if you have any questions and we'll answer them as quickly as we can. But for now, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.